Welcome to this short video where I'm gonna rant about the quality of Chinese electronic component datasheets, because for me it's already the second time I've had trouble because of missing or incorrectly presented information. So here's some background information. A while ago I designed this 4-channel relay board to automate the heating and lighting on a friend's snake terrarium, and I used one of these TDPOWER TAS5 series AC to DC converter bricks, because they are quite affordable and they seem to be of reasonable quality judging by the output specs. I did some measurements on these. You can't really take a look inside because they are potted, but they seem to be of reasonable quality and they are available in stock. Here is the datasheet of the module, and I don't know how you are seeing this. But I figured this is a top view of the module just because it's the standard to show a top view of the IC in question. At least that's the case with the majority of datasheets that I have ever seen. And so I designed the footprint accordingly with that drawing, but to my surprise, this wasn't the case. I had a flipped footprint. And luckily in this case, with the enclosure I was using, I had the space to install the module on the back side of the board, although I wouldn't have placed it there initially. And also just look at this corner marker, which is supposed to mark something, but it's not pin 1 that they're marking here, so that also adds to the confusion. Now about 6 months have passed since I designed this board, and I started working on a new project, and I won't get into too much details about this one in this video because it will get its own separate video soon. But I once again needed an AC to DC module, and I went for the same manufacturer, and this time it's a TAS3-5 module, and this is a smaller brick when compared to the first one, but with similar performance. Now here is the front page of this module, and once again I thought this is a top view, and once again that corner marker doesn't really have anything to do with pin 1, and it's not even on the same corner as with the previous module. Like they use the opposite corner in the case of this module. So yeah, once again they add to the confusion. One small detail about both of these projects is that I designed them mostly based on data sheets in a fairly small time frame, so I didn't have time to wait for these components to arrive so that I could actually physically check them. As part of the work I do for my clients professionally, part of my consulting business, if we have time to do it, I always advise to wait for the components so that we can check and reference them against the PCB design to catch any kind of discrepancies. But for these hobby projects, which are not critical and not super expensive, I typically skip that step. So once I received the PCBs for this new project, I once again had that facepalm moment when I discovered that the converter module was once again flipped, and this time I do not have the space to install it on the back because this needs to go into an enclosure. So I just had to do this bodge and connect the terminals of the module with wires, and I then insulated them with some of this white silicone adhesive. Now luckily PCBWay.com has me covered. They are the official provider of circuit boards for the Voltlog channel, so I could easily fix this issue and reorder these PCBs. They would probably get them done in 2 days or less and have them shipped to me, but I feel like that's such a waste of resources, so I'm gonna stick with the bodge for now because I think it's a good bodge, if we can call it so. I don't expect to see any problems with the bodge that I done, and maybe I'll order new PCBs when I make other changes or improvements to the whole circuit. I wanted to share this personal experience with you guys to get some feedback on this particular problem. Let me know in the comments below if you would have seen this module as a top view as well, the same way I saw it in the datasheet, and I will put links to the datasheet of the modules in the description below. But I would also like to hear about your personal experiences with not so well made datasheets. I'm also partially to blame here because I've been through this issue before, so it just slipped my mind that I had the same issue 6 months ago, and now starting with a new module from the same manufacturer probably could have hinted that there should be something wrong wrong in the datasheet as it was the first time, but I just didn't think about it. Now, personally, I feel like if they would spend a little more time polishing these datasheets, it would make the life of all of the engineers using their products so much easier. But on the other hand, I hear that some of these companies run on a very low number of engineers where they are tasked with doing so much stuff that they barely have time to work on datasheets. So maybe that's one of the reasons we can get the modules so cheap, so maybe we shouldn't complain about it. In any case, let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below, and as usual, thank you for watching. Hit that like button, and I will see you next week with a new video, maybe a new mailbag video, so you could get your wallets ready.